Coming up on RMU Live, a man holed up in a camper prompts a SWAT situation in Pittsburgh's Allentown neighborhood. Brexit is about to get underway as the British Prime Minister prepares to notify the European Union, and Sesame Street welcomes its newest member with autism. Next.
Welcome to RMU Live. Today is Monday, March 20th, 2017. I'm Eddie Sheen.
And I'm Hannah Smith. Here's what's happening now. The man was arrested this morning after he holed himself up inside a camper in Pittsburgh's Allentown neighborhood. Police say William Snatchko was involved in a domestic situation earlier after he fired 2 shots at his wife at a home in Carnegie. His wife was not hit, and he later fled to the camper on Allen Street. During the standoff, gas was deployed in an attempt to get him to surrender. He later surrendered peacefully shortly after 7 a.m. Police are investigating after 2 men were shot and killed this past weekend in Homewood. Officials said 20-year-old Sean Loynes was shot Sunday while at the New Brotherhood Motorcycle Club. The victim in Saturday's shooting had just left the same club before being shot. Police said 33-year-old Michael Leonard died when someone opened fire on him and his girlfriend while they were in the car. Police have not announced any arrests or suspects.
A woman was hit by a vehicle on Sunday on Route 65 in Pittsburgh. Both southbound lanes of the highway were closed as a result for about an hour before they reopened. The 37-year-old woman was attempting to cross the road before being hit. She was taken to an area hospital in serious but stable condition. There has been no more information made available. The terminal at the Arnold Palmer Regional Airport in Latrobe was evacuated Saturday afternoon as a precaution after an unattended package was found. The package was noticed at 1:30 p.m. and per protocol, people were moved to another building for safety until 3:30 p.m. when the airport gave the all clear. The contents of the package have not been released by police.
A woman is facing charges after the 2 kids she was caring for were found wandering in a street in Indiana County. Rayanne Smith-Sola was responsible for the children ages 2 and 4. A passerby saw the kids and helped bring them to safety. Smith-Sola is charged with endangering the welfare of children. The trial of former Penn State President Graham Spaner is set to begin today. Spaner is facing charges related to the Jerry Sandusky sex abuse scandal in 2011. Prosecutors claim that Spaner and several others were told about the sexual abuse and did not tell police.
The water at a mobile park in Hempfield Township in Westmoreland County has been deemed unsafe for use after an unknown substance was poured into the water tower on Sunday. Police said people went into the water facility near the Pineview Manor and dumped a number of water treatment chemicals along with an unknown substance. Numerous emergency agencies, including the Red Cross, have been contacted to assist with the investigation and provide residents with safe drinking water. And prep work starts today for a 2.5-year project that will rebuild the Parkway North. Drivers traveling on Interstate 279 encountered electronic signs warning drivers that the work had begun already. The area under construction spans from the Fort Duquesne Bridge to Camp Horn Road. Before and after rush hours, the road will be down to 1 lane in certain places, and crews will be building emergency pull-offs and crossovers.
The Pittsburgh Penguins signed 5 new players over the weekend, but only for 1 day. 5 kids were given a special 1-day contract with the Pens, which partnered with Make-A-Wish. After a press conference, the kids had breakfast with the players and watched the team practice before joining them on the ice. A Washington County teen is fighting against the odds to achieve his dream of making it to the UFC. Miguel Francisco is so dedicated to his dream that he even graduated high school early to focus on fighting. Once he turns 18, Miguel said he plans to trade in the boxing ring for a professional cage. Now, the first day of spring has finally arrived, but does that mean the spring-like temperatures have also arrived with it? Eddie?
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. As you said, today is the first day of spring. Technically, spring started at 6:28 a.m. this morning when the sun was directly over the equator. A fun fact about today, the first day of spring, this is one of only 2 days in the entire year that every place on Earth except the North and South Pole have a sunrise and a sunset. A little fun quick fact for you there. Today's temperature sitting at 54% right about now, maybe a little colder than that. So to answer your question, Hannah, today, a little warmer than we saw last week, a little warmer than we saw the week before that even, but not necessarily the case as you'll see later on in my 5-day forecast later on in the show when we get to that. Now, taking a look outside right now, a little bit cloudy. This is from about a little bit after 9:30 this morning. Cloudy, some sun coming through. That's going to change into later on tonight. Right now we're sitting at a 50% chance of rain, but that percentage chance of rain is going up 80-90% as we get into 6-7 o'clock tonight. So rain is on the way, and rain is on the way for a lot of the week. Again, something you'll see later on in my 5-day forecast. Hannah?
And for everything you need to know about RMU news, sports, and arts and entertainment, be sure to check out rmucenturymedia.com.
And when we come back from the break, the United Kingdom will officially leave the European Union next week.
And a new Muppet will be part of the Sesame Street crew, and we have the details in just a few minutes.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow.
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
British Prime Minister Theresa May is expected to officially notify the European Union that the United Kingdom is leaving. Downing Street said that May will write a letter to the European Council, adding the hopes for negotiations on the terms of the exit and future relations. Under the Article 50 process, terms of exit and future relations cannot be discussed until the Union is officially notified. May is able to move forward with the exit process since Queen Elizabeth II has given her signature of approval. The signed bill will now become an act of Parliament, setting the motion forward to formally begin.
President Donald Trump made widely panned claims on Twitter that former President Barack Obama had wiretapped him during last year's presidential campaign. Every key congressional figure that is connected to the Intelligence Oversight Committee has said that there is no evidence of this wiretapping, and furthering the notion that these claims are entirely false. Earlier today, FBI Director James Comey testified in front of Congress saying that there is absolutely no evidence of wiretapping. Now, Comey will be testifying throughout the day and will speak later on about the ongoing investigation involving the Trump campaign and Russia. The Trump administration pivoted this weekend to a stance to be more open to the change in legislation that would repeal and replace Obamacare after coming under pressure from conservative lawmakers. This Thursday will be the first vote on the House GOP bill. Moderate Republicans have already conveyed deep reservations about the drastic reforms to the current health care system. At this time, the White House appears to be attached to the idea of repealing and replacing the Affordable Care Act.
President Trump's Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch faces harsh scrutiny as his Senate confirmations hearings begin today. Democrats are expected to ask if the Colorado appeals court judge will maintain his independence from Trump. If Gorsuch is approved by the Senate, he will restore a 5-4 conservative majority. Germany's defense minister has rejected President Trump's claims that Germany owes NATO, quote, vast sums of money. The prime minister was responding to Trump's claims that some NATO allies owe money after not meeting defense spending targets. In a recent report, NATO estimated that Germany spent 1.2% of its GDP on defense.
North Korea is taking a leap forward in its rockets program after a successful testing of a new high-thrust engine on Sunday. The test measured thrust power in the combustion chamber, the structural safety and reliability of the engine, and the movement of the turbine pipe. This took place at the Sohae Satellite Launching Group in North Pyongyang province. CNN's military analyst Mark Hertling said that the advances that they made today could help with the country's development of an intercontinental ballistics missile.
At least 18 people, who were mainly high school students, have died after a large tree fell on them at a popular waterfall in Kimtempo, Ghana. The students were swimming in the water when the tree fell. 22 others were injured and being treated at local hospitals. Rescue teams used chainsaws to free those trapped under the tree. Ghana's president tweeted out his condolences to the families and victims. A man was found dead after a suspected crocodile attack in Australia. The victim was a 35-year-old fisherman whose boat was found empty on Saturday off Palmer Point in far north Queensland. On Sunday, an 18-year-old man survived another crocodile attack about 40 miles south. Police are investigating and are on the hunt for the crocodile. If allegations are confirmed, this will be the 9th fatal attack in Queensland since 1985.
Uber President Jeff Jones is quitting after 6 months because of concerns over the firm's management culture. Jones said that the beliefs and approaches that he takes to leadership that have guided his career are inconsistent with those of Uber. Jones has been second in command to CEO Travis Kalanick and was named president at the end of August of last year. Uber sent out a statement thanking Jeff for his time at the company and wished him the best. A California waiter was fired after asking customers at a Huntington Beach restaurant for proof of residency when they ordered a drink on March 11th. The enraged customers wrote a review on Facebook saying that asking for proof of residency was completely unacceptable. After complaining to the manager, the group left right before eating. The restaurant plans to make a donation to the Orange County Immigrant Youth United organization as a result.
Well, everyone, Norway is the happiest place on earth, at least according to the United Nations Agency report. Norway took the top spot, toppling its neighbor Denmark. Iceland, Switzerland, and Finland rounded out the top 5, while the Central African Republic came in last. Sesame Street has welcomed its newest neighbor. She also has orange hair and autism. Julia was so popular in the Sesame Street storybooks, the decision was made to bring the character to life in the show. Julia will officially join the cast next month.
Tom Brady's stolen Super Bowl 51 jersey has been recovered after being located in the possession of an unidentified member of the international media. The league announced Monday that Brady's game-worn jersey from this year's Super Bowl and a previous one were retrieved after an FBI investigation. Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo said that the jerseys were found in Mexico and are currently being authenticated by the proper authorities.
Well, it's been a long time coming. They've been searching for that jersey a while now.
Searching for the jersey for a very long time, since the Super Bowl back in February. Now, We're going to take a quick break in just a minute. When we come back, we're going to be talking more about the weather, more about sports. You asked earlier if we were going to see any temperatures getting back into the 60s, 70s like we saw. The tease I have for you, that is not the case, unfortunately.
All right.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones
Don't even.
and explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Hello everyone, I am Rashad Christian, and as promised, I'm here to catch you up on the world of sports here at RMU. After winning the Northeast Conference title, the women's basketball team faced off against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in round 1 of the NCAA Women's Tournament. The outcome wouldn't be in RMU's favor as they lost by a score of 79-49. In their last collegiate games, Anna Nicky scored 19 points while Rebecca Navarro scored 7. RMU's men's hockey team battled Air Force for the AHC championship. They fell short at the hands of Air Force, who walked away with a 2-1 victory and the title. With the women's hockey team winning the CHA conference, they went on to the NCAA tournament to play Wisconsin for the first time in program history. Unfortunately, the Badgers made quick work of the Colonials, scoring 7 total goals en route to a first-round victory. Some professional hockey news: the Penguins shut out the Florida Panthers this past week, while Sidney Crosby earned his 10th career hat trick in a 4-0 victory. That's all the time we have for sports today. It's now time to throw it over to Eddie to give us the scoop on the weather for this week.
Yeah, thanks, Rashad. Of course, the big story we're talking about today, it is the first day of spring. Now, we're not exactly seeing springtime temperatures just yet. Don't forget, it is still March. But taking a look at the temperature, right now we're standing about 48 degrees. It's warming up. Our high is going to be 54 degrees. We should reach that in the next few hours, late afternoon. The low is 34. We already reached that temperature. It was cold when we woke up. That's about as cold as it's going to be. And our chance of rain is at 51% right now. It's a toss-up. It could go either way. But as we get later on in today, that will definitely come. I want to show you a picture from outside earlier this morning, taken around 9:30 this morning. Clouds, a little bit of sun. It was a nice sunrise. I just had to share that with you. Let's take a look at our weather map. Right now, this is over here in Ohio. I wanted to highlight Pittsburgh is all the way over here, but this storm system is what is moving in. Now, there's a chance that this massive rain could move up into the north, not ever affecting Pittsburgh. But if there is rain later on tonight, this is where it's going to come from. There is more rain coming in the other direction going towards tomorrow. 58 is going to be our high, continuing that warming trend. A low of 28. Again, early in the mornings, rain only 10%. As far as the 5-day goes, not too much rain and pretty good weather. Hannah?
That's all the time we have for RMU Live this afternoon. We'll see you next week.